In this video, I'm going to break down my 5 different streams of income that have allowed me to become a 7-figure creator in the past 2 years. Now, the reason why I'm sharing this information is because if you've seen Kajabi's State of the Creator report for 2024, which includes a lot of data from Goldman Sachs, you can see that it is very exciting, but also pretty scary at the same time. Now, the first really exciting news for all content creators is that Goldman Sachs is estimating that by the year 2027, the creator economy will be a $500 billion industry, where they're estimating it's going to be at $480 billion by 2027. Now, that's really exciting. But now for the bad or the alarming news is that of the estimated 50 million creators, only 4% of them earn more than $100,000 a year. So while it is becoming a really big pie, there is also more and more creators coming in, and unfortunately, only 4% of them are achieving any level of success to become a 6 or 7-figure creator. So my first word of warning there is if you are wanting to become a 6 or 7-figure creator, be really careful with who you listen to on platforms like this. Even if you're new here, go through and do some research on my background, because what you want to make sure is that the people that you're listening to, you want to make sure that they've actually achieved what they're teaching about. Because I know, unfortunately, in this industry, like many industries, there's a lot of people who is repeating something else from something that they heard, and it was initially started by someone who didn't know what they were doing, or they're just looking to create viral content. And remember that for anyone teaching this space, you're only going to have at least 4% of them who actually are earning over 6 or 7 figures. Now, the other alarming part of that report is that Goldman Sachs actually had the data to show that 66% of all creator revenue comes from brand deals. Now, for me, brand deals have never been something that I've really chased, because my issue with that is that you're always having to chase a different brand and a different deal. And at the end of that brand deal, you've got to then go and find more brand deals. The other thing that I don't like about it as well is that you really then get wedged into a corner where you could potentially be endorsing a brand just for the money rather than you really truly believing in the product. And that's why my focus for teaching people on how to become a 6 or 7-figure creator, I really believe that the best and easiest path is to become a course creator or an online coach, or create online communities where you are teaching people different skills that you know. That's how I achieved it in under 2 years. If you don't know my story, my name is Aaron Young, and previous to starting this channel, 2 years ago, I started another channel, which is now the largest Google Ads only channel on YouTube, where I teach people everything I know about Google Ads, because I've been optimizing, creating Google Ads campaigns since 2010. And trust me, it's still super weird to say that I'm a 7-figure course creator, because I got into this business purely just to help as many people as possible. When I started, we were still just coming out of COVID, and I'd lost a whole heap of clients and a whole heap of work that we'd spent many years building up. And with that extra time, I thought it would be a great opportunity to create a course for everything that I've learned in Google Ads and really start to teach. I was really interested in teaching small businesses in how to run their own Google Ads campaigns. And out of that, it just went absolutely crazy to where we are today. Now, before I get to those 5 revenue streams and really break them down, because we're getting there soon, what I do want to let you know before we get there is that I've been able to see a real core difference as to why some creators like myself, I'm not the only one, that's for sure, who've been able to fairly quickly build a successful 6 or 7 business on platforms like YouTube, versus others who have been doing it for years and they've always struggled to get any cut through. With this one, I don't want to go through the different tactics, because there are a lot of different tactics you can use about creating good thumbnails and content and titles. All of those things are important, but I'm more looking at the overall strategy. And the whole thing that I look at here is that for success, and especially if you want to become a course creator, for success with YouTube, you need to make sure that your focus is not to build a YouTube channel with millions of subscribers. Your focus and your goal should be to build a YouTube channel that gives you thousands of leads every single month. And that is the real problem, that people focus on building an audience as opposed to building a business. Now, I know that this is a really big topic, and I want to get to those revenue streams right now. So if you stick around to the end of this video, I'm going to show you another video that I've released that goes into this subject more in depth and really breaks down how you can switch from just being focused on building a YouTube audience to actually building a sustainable business with YouTube. But as promised, let's now get into my 5 core revenue streams, and the best way for us to do this is to jump into a screen share. Now, as promised, here are my 5 main revenue streams. streams, and I've just broken this down on a percentage basis. And it comes through 5 main areas of course sales, my paid communities, consulting, YouTube AdSense, and also coaching. Different people have different sways towards different profiles, but this is my revenue profile. And as you can see, straight at the bat, I get 49% of my revenue from course sales. Now, the reason for that is because that's what I really focus on. The reason why I really love course sales is because I find it beneficial on both parts. One, for the actual student, they can learn at their own pace. They can come back and watch the different modules time and time again, and they've got lifetime access to it. And what I really find for my business is that well over 90% of people who use my other products, so whether it be community, consulting, or coaching, they first start with one of my courses. And the other reason why I really love course sales as a creator is because obviously once we've actually created that course and once we've set up the different lead magnets and the email funnels, it just happens on autopilot. And there's very, very limited maintenance. So with my courses, I do go in and offer course support every single week and answer any questions. And we do have to do updates a couple of times a year, but all in all, for the vast majority of the time, it's a very hands-off product once it's created. My second biggest revenue stream, coming in at 23%, is my paid community. Now, this is something that I'm actively growing, and I would like to get this up to be around about 40% of my revenue. Now, this one is a little bit more hands-on because I'm having to release new masterclasses. I also do a day of live coaching calls every single month. But the reason why I absolutely love this is because it allows me to actually have some really good, strong connection points with my students. We've also got a private community feed. At the time of recording, that's at about 350 students. And it's something that I really like because I've had students in that community now for over 18 months, and we're really able to see the growth in their businesses, which has come off the back of the different support we've been able to offer them in the community. Then I've got consulting at 17% now for me, because I obviously focus on Google Ads for this data that I'm giving you. This may not lend itself to everyone, but obviously because Google Ads is one of those things that a lot of businesses are attuned to pay for. So with this, we do take on some very limited accounts. And part of the reason why I do continue to take on those accounts is so that obviously, because I teach on Google Ads, is something that I love, and I do want to stay active within that. So if you are teaching something, has also got an industry standard of employing different agencies or contractors, this can be a really, really profitable stream for you. Then it comes into my YouTube AdSense revenue. So as you can see, that I do enjoy the revenue that comes in from YouTube, but for me, it's not a main spinner and it's not a main money earner. And then finally, some one-on-one coaching. I have been pulling back on the coaching. The reason for that is because, as you can imagine, it is very time consuming. I do enjoy it, but what I did decide to do throughout last year is I moved more and more of my coaching into my community. And the reason for that is because that way it's just a little bit more sustainable. The downside of coaching is that it is still very much in that time for money where, you know, people are paying you for certain allotments of time. And obviously with an online business, I wanted to focus more on things like my course sales and communities and consulting, which is a lot more scalable and also just a lot more friendly with my lifestyle, and I'm able to help more people. And that's the different revenue streams that I have as a course creator. Now, if you would like some greater assistance in how you can actually monetize your audience, and you don't need a large audience, because in fact, we were earning over $10,000 a month with an audience of under 4,000 people. So if you want some extra support on how you can actually do that, what I wanted you to do is I want you to follow that link in the description below. And what you can actually get is you can get access to my course creation checklist. And this is going to take you through the step-by-step process of what you need to do to get an idea in your head into a sellable course. And as part of that, you also get access to my website questionnaire. This actually takes you through all the different questions you need to ask yourself so that you can put together a high converting website. And then finally, if you'd like to know more information about Kajabi, you can actually get a 30-day extended trial by following that link below. And if you do take advantage of that 30-day trial, you're also going to get access to what I call my Kajabi Kickstarter, which has got a whole heap of information, and it's going to let you everything you need to know to get started on Kajabi so that you can start selling some online digital products. And in Kajabi Kickstarter, you also get access to my 6-figure funnel where you can actually take all of my emails and use them in your own business. So for all of that great stuff, all you need to do is to follow that link in the description below. Now, as promised, you may remember I spoke about some extra training about how you can switch your focus from creating an audience to creating a business with YouTube. And if you want to watch that video, just go through and follow this link right here. Once again, it's been a pleasure having you here. My name is Aaron Young from 7 Figure Coaching, and I look forward to seeing you in that video right now. See ya.